Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, my fleet carrier, my first look. It's going really well. Actually better than at first I thought it might. We're starting to see the fuel costs slowly come down, and it's just because there's becoming more supply. There were high demand and very little supply at first. That's why it was 45,000 per ton, and the last ones that I bought was 41,000 per ton. And actually, I'm delivering about 200, and the last video I delivered 250 tons. And I made about 40 million credits, and I could buy 1,000 tons. So about almost 4 times what I delivered I could purchase. So that was pretty crazy. And I brought over 280 tons, so I have more fuel than I had when I arrived in Sothis. So we have found missions to COs of tritium, and it's paying up to, for 280 units, it's paying us 40 million plus, and I'm guessing it will go as high as 60 million if the missions continue the way they are. That's 3.5 times what we were making prior to the beta here in Sothis to COs. So it's pretty incredible. In a 15-20 minute run, we're making over 40 million credits. So that's pretty incredible. So we need to go over to Sothis Mining. I need to ship this fleet carrier to another location outside of Sothis and then bring it back. So, or we're going to try to do something like that. So, keep watching, and we will all learn more as we go. And make sure you look down to the lower right corner of the video and press that subscribe button. Helps me with YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll be notified when I make more of these videos, and also when I learn more about space legs and personal planetary bases that's supposed to come out by the end of the year. So I'm getting more excited about the fleet carrier, and I will be purchasing one in June. And I will be showing videos for the next 12 days as long as they continue. Frontier continues on this 13-day as we have heard prior, and then when it comes out in May, I'll do the beta then, and which we'll have to start all over because there'll be a new beta in May, so we have to purchase them again, we have to transport them again, we have to move our assets over again, so we have to do all of it all over again. And then in June we'll have to do it all over again because we'll buy it for real. So come along, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and learn something. And it'll be very hopefully informative for you. And underneath the video in the description you'll find how you can donate. Please consider donations, no matter how small, how large. It'll really help us out because we're producing over 500 videos so far, and more every day. And the production costs, the software hardware costs, the sound cost, all of that is enormous to put together all these videos. And it just takes so much time. So if you'd consider doing that, underneath the video to the left you see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, and you will see more of the videos, the over 500 videos there, and hopefully you'll continue watching. So let's get to Sothis Mining. We need to deliver some missions. Sys left. Let's check the expiration. We stacked a few tritiums. This one's 8.7 for 72. This one's 31 million for 180. So you could do this 31 million plus this almost 9. So that would be 40 million just in those two. And that would be one load. Those two would make up one load. Let's see if they're going the same place though. Babbage, yes, they're going the same place. And it would make us 40 million. Now, that is 252 units. I could buy about 1,000 units for what we're going, the 40 million that we're going to make. So I could totally fill our fuel tank, if it was empty, on 15-20 minutes of collecting and delivering those units. So it's pretty amazing, and that's a Babbage too. So let's go deliver some to Babbage. And I do want to move the courier closer to Sothis Mining, so I'm going to work on getting it moved to there, and that's what I need to do. I need to go, there's a system about 4 light years away, and I want to send the fleet carrier there, and then I want to bring it back, but next to Sothis. So let's get started, and I think that's what I'd like to do. Sis left? Sis left. Sometimes it has a really tough time. Okay, we've got this one that's only 1.63 light years, and we get charged for fuel by light year. So let's go there. Lock that one in. Let's see if we can see the galaxy map, and see it won't let us. Yeah, it will. See, we can purchase the system information, which that's great. I don't mind purchasing it. Let's say I want to send it here. Let's see if we can send it there. A1. I want to see if I can send the fleet carrier there. Carrier services. We have more fuel than we had when we started. So we want to go to carrier management. And that's our fleet carrier. I like it. I really do. And it would look great in a cobalt color, just like my ships. That would be pretty cool. Open galaxy map. Now the system map is showing up. Let's see if it'll continue. I'd like to send it there. Set carrier's destination. That's what I want to do. And 59 minutes, it's going to go there. So let's go to Sothis and let it. Now I want to get back here before it takes off, because I want you to see the cloud and the lightning and the roar and all of that. So let's go, and we'll come back within an hour and watch it take off. And that will be really cool. Because that management view does not let us actually see it take off. So I want to come back before it takes off. So it's 019, so we need to come back before 119.
Welcome, Commander. This carrier is currently frameshift drive charging. Attention.
And I think you can hear that, but I can't hear it in my.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I'm not able to hear what he said or what that computer said. So we're going to go to Sothis Mining and probably run some missions and come back before our fleet carrier takes off, and we're just going to watch it leave in the cloud of thunder. So it'll be really cool. Sis left. And then I want to call it back to the planet that's next to Sothis Mining. After it leaves, it's kind of fun. I really like the fleet carrier. For me, it's working out really well so far. I do need to add the ammo service too, because of my heat sinks and when we do mining, like limpids and all that other kind of stuff, for restocking. So we're trying to learn it. But so far, I really like it. And I got an update before I signed in again. So we need to see what that affects. We need to keep watching for it. See, the time is still way off underneath the speed. Still way off. We need to see what the price is for tritium, because it had come down from, it was 45 and then it was 41 on the last video, and we want to see where it's at right now. It's because supply grows and that brings the cost down. We have to watch for those super powered pirates that can just pop in behind us out of thin space, so we have to watch for that. See, we're going pretty fast, and so that time is not correct. I mean, there's no way it can be correct. So we'll have to move away if a pirate pops in behind us. We have no cargo, but that's never stopped them in the past, so. But we need to deliver missions to Babbage, for one. We need to check the price of tritium and see if it's come down some more. Sis left.
Docking request granted.
But I'm enjoying it. And in June, I already want one. I need to build some more credits in the live game. But if the tritium missions, cargo missions, work in June the way they're working now, we can make 3.5 times what more than I've ever made in credits. So I can't believe they'll stay at that rate, but you never know.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Commodities market. Tritium is still 41, so it hasn't gone down anymore. missions board. If there's any more tritiums before we deliver the ones we got, because it's hard to beat those the way they have been so far. And we have 20 hours to deliver them, so we're still good. But I'll take all of those I can get. See, the palladiums are not nearly as, they're about a third to a fourth of what we were getting on tritiums. See, I'm not seeing any now. I mean, it's okay because we've seen that before where there's no missions and then all of a sudden there's missions. So, okay. We're going to take this one to Babbage. And we're going to take this one for sure to Babbage. So that gives us about 40 million credits, just those two. And we'll take a small partial for this one. So it'll be smaller the next time. Sys left. See, sometimes it won't work. Sys left. That's weird. With my panel screens up, it's all of a sudden it's not working. But I've seen that in the last few times too. So but see at that planet or the symbol of our fleet carriers on that other system, and it hasn't jumped yet there, so we're going to go to Babbage, and my cutter's no longer there because it's on the fleet carrier. So this is where we're going. This is Sinclair over here. So, okay. We're going to go to Cios. Sys right. We'll just check in on our fleet carrier because you got remote maintenance and it's 50 minutes. It'll jump. Navigation. Lockdowns in 46 minutes. I wish it would show you the camera that's on the outside. Capacity. We have 19.5 of free space. And the carrier has about 115 million. And our projected cost is 31.2. Now what we're going to do at some point, 114 settings. No, not what I'm looking for. Don't want secure trading. Carrier services, the armoring. How much is it? Okay, we have not installed it, so I guess I have to be at the carrier to install it. But we will add the armory, and it's going to add 11 million a week to our 34, so it'll be 45 when we do that. Okay. go to Babbage. We got 50 minutes. I'd like to view the takeoff of the fleet carrier from outside of the fleet carrier this time. So after we deliver these missions, we'll come back and see.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
I really want to thank you for coming along.
Frameshift drive charging.
Our viewership has risen by over 650% since the announcement on March the 26th,
4,
updating the fleet carrier information.
1. Engage.
And so has our subscriptions, and I really appreciate that. I need quite a few more, but appreciate the ones we got. And I hope more of you will be willing to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it surely helps me out with YouTube eventually. Not yet, but eventually. And we do have interdictions, or we have. And I'm expecting up to 7, because tritium is so much more valuable right now. Now, eventually it might drop as low as 50 to 90 credits per ton, but at the moment it's about 42,000 per ton, and that's why we're making so much on tritium. And what I think is odd is we can deliver about 280 units, but the money we make off of it will buy over 1,000 units. So I just think that's so strange. Hey, I'm not complaining though, because we're going to be able to fill our fleet carrier. And when we get it back here, or get it back to Sothis, outside of around Sothis mining, you know, we're going to add more tritium to the fuel tanks and then the storage. Is this left? And we have to watch the pirates, because they have those superpowers and they can pop in right behind us just out of thin space. So we just have to watch for those. And they can fly across the system in seconds, where of course we can't do that, but the pirates can. So we have to be on our toes all the time. I like to move away from the planet if it looks like we're going to be interdicted, because they'll push you right into the planet. I've survived every time they've done that, but it's a real pain because you have to get back. Yeah, he says he's knew he would find us. Yep, here he comes. So we'll slow way down. And be prepared. Boy, did you see that? Did you see how fast he moved? We can't do that. That was like milliseconds. He moved across that zoomed out sensor. That was incredible. See, we can't do that. That's the superpowers that he has. See, I would rather just take them on and get it over with and try to continue on our way. But sometimes you'll get them over and over and over, one right after another. have to keep watching the sensor though, because another one could pop in right behind us again. And sometimes they'll give you a warning. Oops, we're backing up. We're not going forward.
DeLacy, Romeo, Golf, India. Submit a docking request and a landing pad will be reserved for you, Commander.
Sis left. I don't trust the speed.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad.
Right now, I think
03.
they're having some issues. They did an
Assisted docking
update prior to
initiated.
me logging in this time. So maybe. They're going to fix some of that stuff. But we will receive over 40 million credits just for this load. And we could buy 1,000 tons of tritium with that. With the 15-20 minutes it would take to deliver if you weren't doing a video and describing things and the fleet carrier and all that kind of stuff. And we'll check the time that the how much time before the fleet carrier takes off, because we want to get over there and watch the takeoff. Because if you've never seen a mega ship take off, you got to see it in hyperspace. You got to see it. It is amazing, and we want to see it. We want to see it take off.
Landing sequence completed. Deploying ground crew.
We are at 197.8. Let's see where it goes. See, palladium, this would be about 10,500,000. But here it's almost 31 million. It's over about three times. It's crazy. Is this right? See, it won't work with that panel up for some reason. Is this right? Okay, we don't have any. Let's see where we're at first. 237. That was 40 million. We were at 197. Can you believe that? Yeah, you got to do this. It's pretty cool. As long as tritium is valuable the way it is right now. Is this right? Now let's see what this carrier is doing. It's got 38 minutes before takeoff, and I want to be over there at takeoff. So pretty cool. Well, let's get back to Sothis mining then. Sis left. Let's see if there's any more missions. And even if there isn't, the monies we're making when there is missions is incredible. See, our ship's not at that Regua yet, but it says it's there. I think that's kind of interesting. But it says it's at both places, though. I guess it's where it's going. See, now it says it's way over there. Well, it's not way over there. It's by the star. So that is really weird. So, yep, they got some bugs to work out, but I do like the fleet carrier, though. The more I use it, the more I'm around it, the more I like it. It is expensive, and I hope they bring back the cost a little bit, because it's crazy expensive now.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until clear of exclusion zone.
Now, what we're making in tritium cargo missions, oh, yeah, we could afford it easily. And in my live account, I have 3.5 billion, and we could increase that so fast with these 40 to 60 million dollar runs, million credit runs. I don't know why I always say dollar. So check out a video about a week ago. It's in a station, and Anaconda was in front of me while we were waiting in queue like we're doing now, and the station opened fires and just blows him to bits. So in my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, hit the search and put in Anaconda destroyed, and you should see it. It's very cool.
DeLacy, Romeo, Golf, India. You are now in Federation space. Follow all regulations before and after landing.
I'm hoping there's some tritium missions available at Sothis now. We do see that from time to time. That's why we like stacking them, because that way sometimes we have missions and sometimes we don't, but maybe we collect enough that it makes up the in-between time. But we just need enough credits to last this 13 days that we have the fleet carrier. Through April 20th, we're hoping to have it. Watch more of my prepare for fleet carriers videos and the getting to know you videos for the fleet carriers. My personal fleet carrier, my first look. It's the getting to know you. Sis left. That's our RGFC up there. It's kind of cool seeing your ship, your mega ship up there. So we're going to come over here and see if we can collect some more missions, because we had about 38 minutes before the fleet carrier takes off. We do want to be over there in time to watch it take off. I want it to be over here by Sothis Mining, so you cannot send it from a location within a system to another location within a system. So it has to leave the system, and we shipped it out about 2 light years, less than 2 light years, and have it come back to Sothis Mining. So that should be pretty inexpensive, but it takes an hour of ramp up time, and then it takes another hour of cool down before you can jump again. So when we're able to bring it back, we will. We have to see what these yellow dots are going to do, if they wind up being pirates or not. Because they could. So you have to be prepared for them. We don't have any cargo, but we do have a cargo mission. And sometimes they might key off of the missions too, even though we have no cargo. So we're looking for pirates to magically appear behind us out of thin space, which they often do. This planet that's in front of us, that's where I want to make the new home of the fleet carrier, at that planet. We're going to try to put it there. We're going to see if it'll actually go there. I was unable the first time when I sent it here to do that, so I'm hoping this time we'll be able to do that. And again, we'll have to move away if a pirate pops in behind us. Or one acts crazy around us, and that usually means it's a pirate. But you always have to be on your guard. That's why this is not an easy game. And see, like that one could be a problem. See if we can get to Sothis Mining before he got behind us. Is this left?
Docking request denied. Docking request denied.
See, somebody beat us to the pad. And it's usually the same ships all the time. So what I'll do is I'll come over here and kind of set above the pad. And it's usually the same ships all the time that do it. Because we have that obstacle course mentality. Is this left? Is this left?
Docking request denied. Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
You would think the makers of games wouldn't purposely want to frustrate their customers. Frontier loves frustrating their customers. They do. It is part of the game. That's their whole goal, is to frustrate you as much as they possibly can. What we're going to see if there's any more trititiums. We do have a partial that we can deliver, but I would like to have some more. As many of them as I can get, because they pay such a high amount. Yeah, there wasn't any this time. Is this right? Let's see how our carrier's doing. 27 minutes. Commodities.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
See if we can get over there before it launches and deliver these. And before it goes on lockdown.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I'd like to deliver these and get off the pad. Probably not go, well, it doesn't matter if we go in the hangar, we just got to do it pretty quick. Is this left? Now we're full of tritetium again, and we're going intra, and a lot of times that will bring up pirates. We go between stations, even though it's our station. At worst case, if we missed it and we were stuck on the carrier, we would just come back and run some missions and go back over when it's time for it to take off to come back over here. We should be able to catch it leaving, going into hyperspace. One of these times. So we are watching behind the radar. Because I don't like it because it's next to a star. I don't like that. That's why I'm sending it away to come back, where it's not next to a star. And we'll try to find a good viewable area since we deposit these this fuel. If it'll allow us to. See, all of my ships start out with the RD dash. We have the RG Python and the RG Cutter and the RG FC. That last ID is the one that's assigned by Frontier when you purchase it. It's the unique ID. The first part, there can be multiples of that. Now we don't have a star except for behind us or above us, so we could move down just a little bit and slow down if a pirate showed up. Normally they give you a few seconds to know that they're back there. Now what these things do, they park you like 13 kilometers out.
Welcome, Commander. Thank you for visiting this carrier.
So we're going to try to get closer.
This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in this system prior to departure.
We're not speeding yet. Now we're speeding, so we got to back it off. Sis left.
Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander. Request accepted.
And we're on the belly side of the carrier. And I don't really trust auto docking. It can run into it. And all we're going to do is unload this fuel either into the fuel tank or into the storage. One of the
Landing gear
other.
deployed.
All those landing pads. There's 16 landing pads. I do have the cutter here now, and I have the Sidewinder here. The original Sidewinder. But we have the cutter. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some fuel.
Docking accomplished.
Carrier services.
Welcome, Commander.
And I want to go to Tritium Depot. I want to donate all of it. Yep, 807. Now we need to get off of this thing.
Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, it didn't go down and turn around.
Underway.
I think I want to be out here.
Deck 7 is only accessible to personnel with amber level clearance until further notice.
We apologize for the smell on deck.
All those security ships.
Malfunctioning garbage disposal unit.
I'm going to be a little bit further back. But where we can see it.
Sanitation on deck Alpha 0. Tech teams respond.
And that sunshine, I think I want it behind us.
Attention all personnel. Carrier jump sequence has been initiated. Lockdown begins in 15 minutes.
Countdown in 15 minutes. And the fleet carrier is indestructible. You cannot destroy it, or no one else can destroy it either. Cis alternate. Cis alternate. Cis alternate.
All personnel should be aware that maintenance is due to be carried out on central life support at 0600 hours.
Sys alternate. Back up a little bit. I hope you brought your popcorn. And I don't know how far back we're supposed to be when this thing goes into hyperspace.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in this system prior to departure.
I might put my... I'm afraid if I put my earplugs then you won't be able to hear it, so I better not do that. But it's like a cloud and thunder and lightning and all that stuff. So it's really sharp. I've seen it on video. I've been wanting to catch it. Is this right? Is this right? Uh, 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes before it makes its jump. What's cool is you can do remote management of your fleet carrier. And it's the length of about 10 of my cutters. That's crazy. It's that big. Sys left. See, there's 3 federal security services.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 10 minutes.
Lockdown in 10 minutes. You probably heard it better than I do. If I put my hands over my ears, and because the sound comes out of the headset, I was able to hear it much better. But I want to see it go into hyperspace. It's a Drake class carrier. And if someone was shooting at us, the fleet carrier would probably shoot back. It has defensive weapons to protect the ships around it. And our recording is working. So this will probably be the last part of this video, but it will be probably the best part, because a cloud will form in front of it and it will move into the cloud and then it'll be gone. Might back up just to 5 kilometers. It will be departing in 10 minutes. So we backed up to 502 kilometers, and hopefully that's far enough. This is one of the highlights of having a megaship, is watching it go into hyperspace. Now what would even be better is if there was a sun above and you could see it even better. Or if the ship had lights. Is this right? I don't think it has lights though. don't think I've seen lights on it. Must be in a carrier administration system. I mean, that's what this looks like. Is this right? 7.5 minutes or 8 minutes. Yep, it's popcorn time.
Carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Lockdown in 5 minutes, and then you'll see covers come. Oh, I believe it's like covers that come over the landing pads. See, there is an administrative view, and I thought it would let you see it because I was inside the hangar, but right before it took off, that shut down. So I said, I guess I'm going to have to sit in the ship and watch it. But we'll probably go back and park at Sothis Mining. And then it will conclude this video, but you certainly want to watch this when it goes into hyperspace. See, this is one of the funnest part about having a fleet carrier is watching it go into hyperspace. But there's so many security forces. You don't think pirates or anything that would attempt. Plus, I think our ship, our fleet carrier, would shoot at them. So, is this right? 4 minutes, 55 seconds. Yep, 5 minutes till jump. It's exciting. I mean, there's just so many little things why having a mega ship is probably worth it. That is some headlight in front of it. Illuminates the whole area in front of it. But it's nice having the security forces surrounding your fleet carrier. That's probably why it can be up to 45 million a week. As part of it goes into paying for all of this. The services have been temporarily suspended. It's getting ready to leave.
Carrier has entered pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Pre-flight lockdown. See, all of the landing pads are being covered. If we start getting turbulence from the cloud, we're going to back up. So I'm prepared to reverse. But you know when it's going to begin because you'll see that cloud forming in front of it.
Attention all ships. Hyperspace travel is imminent. Please maintain a safe distance from the carrier.
It says safe distance, but it doesn't tell you how far is a safe distance. We will back up a little bit more. We might get closer maybe another time. But I don't know what a safe distance is.
Attention. Final carry checks are underway. Counting down to jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! That was weird, wasn't it? Oh my gracious. That is so crazy. So was that crazy or was that crazy?
Incoming message.
Is this up? Carrier jump is complete. I guess it's already there. It's pretty wild. But the message is still back there. Is this left?
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3.
Go back
2,
to Sothis mining. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was incredible. Just left. In an hour, around 2:20, we can call it back. That's what I wanted to see. I enjoyed that. You probably do need to be at about 7.5 kilometers though, because we backed up pretty quick. Yep, I've been on the inside, or you saw the video if you watched the past ones. When we were in the hangar when it took off, and now we've been on the outside when it took off. And when it comes back, it's going to come back to the planet here next to Sothis Mining. And I do appreciate you coming along and enjoying the show with me. That was a show, as we're getting to know the fleet carrier. And so far, I really like it. The developers did. They put some good work into it. And it's really kind of neat. We'll see if there's any missions for Tritium going back to COs. Sys left.
Docking request granted.
And when we bring the fleet carrier back to the orbit of this planet, we'll probably leave it there for a little while. And we'll hang out here because the missions here are just too good.
Landing gear deployed.
And we'll go back and forth to our live account and run missions over there. Now there's no tritium in the live account, so I would like to add some more to the cargo and add the armory.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Just going to check out the missions, and we'll check out the price of tritium. We're not going to deliver anything, but ooh, delivery 108 units of tritium, 12.3 million. Accept. Probably should have been more expensive than it was. Maybe the price still's coming down. And that one's of silver. Deliver 120 units. Let's see, this one's better. Brunel for 21 million. I like that. See, we have to deliver those because they just pay way too good. Okay, that's it of that. And let's check. Yeah, actually it went up. It's 42. Tritium. But we'll check again later. Sys right. Check on the courier. See how it's doing. Summary. Cooldown, it has 51 more minutes of cooldown, and it has 796 tritium, much more than it had, 300 more than it had when we first purchased it. And that's just by running tritium missions, and it has 114 million in it. So it's a lot of fun. And we have here, so that's 114 and we have 225. Sys left. Let's check on the missions. Sys left. We have 3 missions. We have a 21, a 33-7, a 54. So we got 54 million in three jobs. Now that would take 2. See, we've got Babbage. Sis left. We got Babbage, so those 2 we'll probably do next, and then we've got a Brunel. Okay. Well, I do appreciate you coming along and enjoying the show with me and enjoying the fleet carrier, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please look down the video to the right and select that subscribe button. It helps me with YouTube down the line, and it doesn't cost you anything, but you'll be notified when I produce more videos like on the fleet carrier in the future. By the end of the year, we're supposed to have possibly space legs and planetary base personal bases. So hopefully that all happens, and I'll bring it to you as I find out more information. And underneath the video in the description, you'll find ways to donate. Please consider donations. I could really use it because of all the expenses of creating over 500 videos. And underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where you'll find those over 500 videos and everything from the engineers in detail, where I show you how to unlock them, the materials you need, where to get them. Go to the engineers, step through the process as a video reference, and the material gathering areas, the Guardian surface site, the Thargoid surface site, material traders, just everything. There is an asteroid mining video in there, so make sure you watch more of them, and I really appreciate it. And those that have subscribed, it means everything to me. And then those that have donated also, we can't make it without you. So until next time, thank you for watching.